Hey people, Intro here, 53 Angstrom Heights, blue team. Couple of Lord Commissars. First up, Lomors. Is he going to move? There he goes. We also have Sealos. These guys fight in melee combat, strong offense and support, beginning with a refractor shield. Sealos rocking the Armageddon Steel Legion here. Alongside, rounding off his team, is meintz, 28, with a mech boy, teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat. Puts out some good damage with a bunch of versatile orky gadgets. Red team, a Farseer, whose name is just a bunch of squares. Special attack misses there. Support hero fighting in melee with some powerful buffs and control abilities. I guess we'll just call them the Farseer. Alongside, ready for this? It's zxcK U6EP CB UHI S2A open brackets E close brackets with an Apothecary. Support hero fighting in melee combat. By default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. I'm never saying that name again. Rounding off the teams, adinosaurusrex with a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist, infiltrate and disrupt, some powerful offense, and a bit of support. And he's skulking around the northeast. Apothecary did get the cap, but they're going to be forced off here by the greenskins. Looks like the mech boy teleported in just to get a better shooting angle rather than tying up the tactical marines there. Almost got the Apothecary. Where's the scouts? They're running away from a different part of the map. I guess they were trying to cap this here, but Lasgun said no. Triple guardsman opening for Sealos. Lomors, with nothing else on the field yet. Adinosaurus comes in for a flank on the mid, getting rid of all the orcs. And now they can mess up the guardsman, I guess, because there's only guardsman and a Lord Commissar here. Lomors straight into multiple catechins, maybe. The Farseer with a shuriken cannon on the way. Adinosaurus Rex is what a warrior brood coming up. Double Hormagaunts in on the guardsman. Nothing much they can do about this without sentinel support. They need to just run. But they're not. They're taking a bunch of damage here. Unnecessary damage, I think. Almost lost the entire squad. Lord Commissar, meanwhile, chasing down some termagants who tried to get to the garrison. Barely making it in there. Lictor Alpha trying to get hits in. Shield is up though, as you can see. Back to the mid. Apothecary taking it back. Oh, Lord Commissar's fallen over. That's Sealos' Lord Commissar. Guardian's taking a beating from lasguns. Here's a shuriken though, which will shut them down nicely. Sealos spots it, backs off, which is the right thing to do. Got shotgun scouts down here from zxcK. Sluggers have their burners, gives them more hit points and power weapons. And we've got upgraded shooter boys too. Big shooters on these guys, and these guys have a knob leader. And more shooters came out, because there can never be enough Daka. Mech boy's going to revive that Lord Commissar. Eldar using that shuriken to get a power bash rolling. And it doesn't seem to be any resistance to it. Nothing much Sealos can do aside from flanking. Looks like they're going to try and trade power bashes instead. Lomors does indeed have some catechins up, using one of those new Cadian schemes. And we've got some Daka on the power through the mid. Here come the Hormagaunts and the Warrior Brood, providing a basic synapse for these Hormagaunts. They can jump over objects, as you can see. Leaping gracefully. Sluggers piling in, but there's too much for them to deal with. Apothecary here to support the Tyranids. That's quite scary. Tyranids with Apothecary support. 429, 500 very early on. Contested power at the northeast is blue. And how did those guys do with their lasguns? They shot down a couple of gens. Here's the shuriken with guide on it to shoot them back. And they're going to need to all run, I think. Double tacks here, popping their Kraken bolts for no particular reason. There's no heavy infantry around at this stage, so I guess they may as well. Looks nice. Oh, scouts have died. Just got shotgunned by these catechins. These are Sealos' catechins. The Moors. I was going to say, where has all his resources gone? It's Power Sword, Carapace Armor, and Aura of Discipline time. That's where it's gone. 418 to 500. Going to focus down the Apothecary here. Shotgun blast. Didn't knock him over because he was in the middle of an attack animation. A special attack animation. Lead by example, popped by the Lord Commissar. Gives him the speed and those special attacks that inspire nearby troops. And get to Tactical Marine. 403 to 500. That power's turned red. Those guys got away okay. Eldar back on the power with double shurikens. Doesn't want them that close to each other. There we go. Moves them apart. This guy might turn around. Yep, turns around to face the orcs. Mech Boy teleports in to tie those guys up though. Grenade? Where's the grenade? Did not grenade those sluggers. Maybe it's already been used. They are missing some energy. Oh no, down goes a shuriken. That was quick. 381 to 500 double cap for the red team. Tier 2 for zxcK. Tier 2 also for Sealos. Lomors got a heavy weapon squad up. Very strange opening from them. They've lost their VP. Lord Commissar getting stuck in with that full loadout, of course. 200 health and 2.5 health per second on Carapace armor. Does make him decently tough, as well as the other benefits that he gets from executing. Gaunts with adrenal glands. Really bad news for those fellas. Looks like they got away okay. Getting some heal pulses from Aura of Discipline. Gaunts told to leave. Where are the other ones? They're already back at base. Got a downed Commissar in the southwest. Double tacks with Shuriken support. Pop in the Kraken bolts again. Oh, grenade launcher misses the Shuriken. There's guide up on them now. 30% more damage and range. Yeah, not much they can do. This should be a full power bash here for the red team. But can blue team push through the mid? Meanwhile, they are indeed doing so with tons of Daka. Sealos calls the 2, which, if you're their ally, means you either need to come and help or really push your side. And in this instance, meintz is pushing through the mid quite hard, getting almost a full power bash. That's dragged adinosaurusrex down here, which takes the pressure off Lomors a bit. Looks like red team have some gens up in the northeast now. Lots of levels for the shooters there. Sluggers got their knob leader. They pop the Swampum, giving them range of damage reduction. Resistance, I should say. Warrior Brood with adrenal glands up though. He gets so much health with this. Almost wiped those sluggers. Gaunts getting messed up. Sorry, messing up the shooters. Dreadnought on the way for zxcK. Meintz with tank busters. They smelled that dreadnought coming. Is it full gens up here? It's 2 gens up here, purchased by adinosaurusrex. On the power, should be able to bash a couple of gens at least, I think. Meanwhile, on the power is Sealos with Plasma Guardsmen. 2 Plasma Guardsmen and 1 Flamer Guardsman. There is talk about allowing Guardsmen to upgrade or switch their weapon from a Flamer to a Plasma Gun in Tier 2 as a one-way thing to give them a bit more versatility. Not sure if it's going to go through for the next update or not. Autark dropped in though for the Farseer. Flame attacks here for zxcK. I assume they got a full bash when they were through there, but maybe not. Mines dropped in by, I guess it was Sealos, one of the Lord Commissars at least. Lomors have weapon squad all the way down here, eh? In the mid, blue team are swarming. Orcs again pushing through onto this power. They should be taking down this capillary tower. There we go. Sluggers with their burners are good power bashers. They are going south though. I think they're just staying away. They don't want to push in. 282 to 469. On the VP, something's going through to bash this power against the Eldar. Autark has her spear, and there's a dreadnought for zxcK, who has kind of abandoned the mid a bit. That Space Marine player, adinosaurusrex, having to pick up the slack here again. I'm sure they'll come back eventually. They're really trying to pressure that power in the south. Mech Boy with his custom force field up. Lictor Alpha levels, I think. Yep, level 2. No war gear yet, though. Apothecary, no war gear either. Level 2. His heal gets better as he levels. Here comes Sealos with the support, piling in on his power. It's going to be a full bash, I think, for sure. Flamers are now here and stuff. Maybe drop or put up an improvised explosive. to mess with the power takers. zxcK with Devastators on the field now. Where are they though? They are back at base. Here comes the Dreadnought with an assault cannon, and that should do huge amounts of work. Look at this blob of stuff they can barrage against. Did not see it. Not yet. Lictor Alpha just jumped in, so they have the deadly jump. And it's pretty damn deadly. Those Eldar pushed up in what could be an awkward spot. I think they're looking for retreat grenades. They did okay. Shooter boys are there though, and now they're being knocked around by the mech boy. Orcs are going to be fine, I think. They need a plan for this Dreadnought. That assault cannon is painful. What is the plan? I mean, they have the tank busters. Oh, Sealos just had a rough time. Sealos only has Catechins. They got caught on the stairs here, I think. Yeah, I don't know why they were this far forward. Well, bashing power, I guess. What, they didn't get out quickly enough. 279 to 408. Falcon on the way for the Farseer. Lomors already has a Chimera up. There it is. Providing support to nearby infantry, allows them to reinforce off it. They can also jump inside to go for a ride or shoot the guns on top. Gravity Blade. Levitation Field messing up those poor Catechins it was. Tosses them aside and does some damage. Why is the Apothecary so slow here? Oh, they're using advanced healing, but there was nobody there to benefit from it. Mech boy getting assault cannon and decides to leave. Does not want the assault cannon in his face. Catechin Devils are getting... Oh, it's a non-shout fall? No. Loyal to the end is up. Global ability of the Lord Commissar. As you can see, doing some pretty good work here. It's damage buffs as things die, isn't it? And they're all reinforcing off the Chimera. And it must have been expensive for Lomors. A lot of reinforcing to do. But they survived it. Still got Catechins, still got Guardsmen, still got the heavy weapons squad in there too. Well, with a las cannon now, that's going to be a good tool to use against the Dreadnought. Dreadnought's quite far up here. Tank busters looking at it. Not sure where the... Oh, that's kind of setting up now. There's the barrage. It's a decent one. To stop the las cannon setting up. Now suppressing the Lord Commissar. There's another las cannon. This one for zxcK, trying to get onto the Chimera, I guess. But the Dreadnought's getting wrecked here. I thought it was going to make it to escape, but it turned around, got distracted by the Lord Commissar. Needed to go right immediately. There's Angels of Death for zxcK. Doesn't help your Dreadnought though, only affects infantry. Here comes the mech boy teleporting in with that custom force field. That is insane disruption. Who needs a Thunderhammer Force Commander when you have that? Oh, where's the Falcon at? Falcon's taking a bunch of damage here, down in the southwest. Getting repairs though. Mid is turning blue. All the attacks run away. Do they both have sergeants? No, but the other one is getting a sergeant. So you might see one of them turn into Stern Guard. 201 to 403. Lord Commissar now with Stubbornness for Sealos, and does have the Power Sword as well. Shotgun Blast to suppress some Guardians, but full Power Bash there from the Farseer. Lictor, is he running? Scything Talons are up. No, he's just running weird. I thought he was in retreat there. Being spotted by the Catechin Devils. Trying to get a revive on the Farseer, I think. There's Scythe to knock back and suppress that stuff. Then he leaps away. Apothecary's here to try and get the revive with his anointed power axe, and maybe goes down for it. Does go down for it. And didn't get it. Tyranids in here. Warrior Brood with their heavy melee adrenal gland talon things. Look how much damage they did to the Chimera there. That was pretty impressive. I think they were... No, it wasn't rear armor hits, was it? No. It was not rear armor. Farseer continues to put all their effort into pressuring this. I mean, they have the VP lead. And looks like they are going to cap the mid, maybe, if these guys decide to. We do have some Stern Guard veterans now for zxcK. Using their full Kraken bolts at the moment. They should be using their Hellfire against these guardsmen. But they're not doing it. They're being outshot by plasma guns. Defensive smoke shell popped up by the Catechins there. Lascannon's got wrecked. Barely gets away from there. What is this? Farseer. Trying to decap things. Being annoying. 201 to 371. Oh, they're taking back their own wreck point. That's what they're doing. That Farseer. Stern Guard now using their Dragonfire rounds, which are good versus units in cover. Doing some decent work there, but they're just reinforcing 3 at a time off the Chimera. Still level 1 this Lord Commissar. Level 4 mech. Level 4 Lord Commissar for Lomors. Farseer shot to death, level 3. Apothecary is now level 4, back to his feet. And a level 2 Lictor Alpha. Looks like the mid might turn blue here. 180 to 371. Tier 3s. Only Lomors and zxcK still in tier 2. zxcK was delayed by the Dreadnought, which costs a big chunk of power. We have a Carnifex up with the Strangled Thorn Cannon and meintz with flash kits. Strangled Thorn does good damage to all targets and suppresses infantry. It's a fantastic weapon. That's kind of setting up though. The Carnifex does have vehicle armor, so you need some of that anti-vehicle weaponry.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Are the Orcs going to try and flank the Tyranids here? What are they up to? Doesn't seem like it. They're not interested in messing with the Carnifex right now. Trying to steal that northeastern power back. There's Inspire Courage on the las cannon. Doubling its damage. Holy crap, that was painful. And the Orcs are indeed flanking. There's that Strangled Thorn Cannon though. Ouch. They need to get the Sluggers in on melee, I think. Tank Busters weighing in. Las Cannon. Oh, I thought the Las Cannon jumped into the Chimera, but it didn't. They've got this Carnifex down. It's a big risk to leave it just like hanging out there, that Carnifex, knowing that the Orcs were around as well. Mechboy messes with some Stern Guard. Still level 1 these attacks, eh? Stern Guard get reset to level 1, of course. 173 to 345 on the VPs. Can Lomors grab the mid here? Trying to get in on the tack blob. That's a really good grenade launcher shot. Gets in, but not for long. And Plasma Cannon gets a really direct hit. Really good shot on the Chimera there. That was a rear armor hit. It might have, oh, there we go. Plasma Cannon takes it out. I was going to say if that was a rear armor hit from the Plasma Cannon, it might have taken out the Chimera, but never mind. It got taken out anyway. Are you guys confused? What is going on here? Someone keeps rebuilding the power node. A lot of the map seems to be red though. And there's more harassment from that Farseer. They will just not leave this power alone. Singularity. These guys couldn't get away. But they're alright. 162 to 334. That Singularity was from the D cannon. Fantastic artillery unit for Eldar. Does these weird void shots that do damage over time in their area. Can be hard to spot it shooting, but it's really painful. Got some anti-armor stormtroopers for Sealost, and they have some Kassakin out in tier 3. With grenade launchers equipped, these guys can switch their specialized weapon for free whenever they like. Makes them very versatile. You are limited to 1 of these guys though. These grenade launchers constantly knock down stuff. There's a time field from Armor of the Surian. And a, wow, threw an Eldritch Storm in there to try and get those guys. Really wasn't happy with them. Also have the Runes of Reaping. And we saw the Gravity Blade earlier. Lictor Alpha level 3. Goes right after that Lord Commissar. There's Inspire Courage on the Catechins level 4 going into some melee. Or was that a miscalculation? Because there's there's Tax and Sternguard shooting them there. They're able to get away, maybe? Nope, down they go. Hydrogen's wiped. Nice idea by Lomors, trying to get them into melee with the warriors, I think, all buffed up, but I don't think they knew the Space Marines were coming in there to focus them down. Red team should get this VP now, 135 to 320, back towards the southwest. Farseer just can't let it alone. Still wants to bash his power all day long. Singularity, I think everything's far enough away there. Excellent area denial. If you don't hit anything, they need to move the hell away. Apothecary sprinting around. Eats a shotgun blast. Heals himself. No, gets knocked over by grenade launchers now. Needs to run, I think. I think he's trying to heal himself. He just couldn't get it off because he kept getting knocked over. D-Cannon getting some kills there. Farseer also can't revive because of those constantly knocked back Kassakin grenade launchers. It's an awesome weapon. Need to try and get those guys out of there. Here comes the Lord Commissar now, that's Sealos. D-Cannon's doing some good work though. And Apothecary's back to his feet. Farseer got the heal. Yeah, they really don't like this power, these guys. Orcs also don't like power gens. Oh, there's a Tyranids formation at some point. I'm not sure what the Tyranids formation hit. We do have a Zone Throat though. And another Carnifex. This one a Thornback, so full on melee beastie. Which the Zone Throat could heal with Symbiosis. It doesn't have it at the moment. So I'm pretty sure that shows up in the unit card. zxcK with a Land Raider Redeemer on the way. Avatar hits the field for the Farseer too. Super unit for Eldar. Fantastic in combat, also provides some awesome passive area of effect buffs. And they're getting a cap on this power. Mid is blue, but red team still have the VP lead. Guardsman stealing the northeast power. Oh, Lascannon's getting shots. And there's Inspire Courage Lascannon shots again. Carnifex needs to run. He's trying to charge away. Sends in the Rippers to distract things. Thornback Carnifexes can spawn Rippers. He gets away. They need to deadly jump that thing and get on it immediately. Lictor Alpha's down though, so I guess not, eh? Eldar making their move to the mid with an Avatar buffing the crap out of everything. Gives them suppression immunity and damage resist and damage buffs, I believe. It's pretty cool. Southwest, what's this? Lord Commissar was knocked over. Can they get a power bash of their own? I think so. They have enough stuff there. Anti-armor stormtroopers are pretty good power bashers. zxcK with the Land Raider up. Going towards the mid. Oh, going towards the northeast a bit, actually. Lots of Daka. Flash gets up with their snaz guns. 135 to 203. Avatar with a Wailing Doom. There's Flash gets almost walked into it, but almost everything dodged it. And here is a Stormblade for Lomors. Rocket Run as well. All kicking off now. Warrior Brood going in on the Stormblade, trying to get some of that heavy melee. Avatar's kind of deep in the enemy territory here. Taking a lot of damage, actually. There's a Mega Rumbler. Is that going to stun the Avatar? It does. Avatar's going to go down. Zone Throat's getting some good shots in, but Avatar Falls did not do that much either. That's a big win for the blue team. Zone Throat needs to be careful. It's very vulnerable. Shield goes up and survives that shot. Stormblade with that massive Plasma Destroyer, which can't rotate. Needs to rotate the entire vehicle to shoot it at stuff. Heat Cannon setting up. Fire Prism on the way for the Farseer. Got Time Field and Shuriken combo here with a Singularity. Pulls them off the cap at least. Look at that sneaky Apothecary trying to get a cap here. Catagen's going into melee. He's going to die and does not get the cap. 122 to 172. Land Raider did take a bit of damage, but it's okay. Everything can retreat back to this Land Raider. reinforce off it, and get some health regen. It's a very powerful support vehicle for 3v3 team games. Got some powerful weaponry as well. Need to try and keep it out of trouble so everything can use it as a staging area kind of thing to retreat back to and fight from. Plasma Destroyer's got it in its sights though. Stormblade going after it. Big boom. There's that time field again. Can they get the mech way off the cap though? Oh, misfire. Look at the Stormblade misfired. There's a Tyranids formation. That's a really good place for it. Could have knocked back. And now they're following in the Tyranids formation, which does provide some buffs to Tyranids. These towers here. I only see a Carnifex though. Where's the rest of the Adinosaurus-rex's stuff? They got 2 Carnifexes now. And a Rox gets the Land Raider. Big meat grinder in the mid now. They couldn't quite follow the Tyranids formation up. Is that a Stormlord? It is. We're going to get 2 big old heavy tanks. Super heavy tanks. Chimera is still in play. Oh, that's a new Chimera from Lomors. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure they went down over here. So we have an unupgraded Carnifex there. More time field. Big overcharged plasma shot there. 98 to 172. Rocket run now from one of the Lord Commissars. Wiped out a bunch of Eldar, you know. Including the Farseer herself. The Farseer only has set up teams and the Fire Prism. Now here comes another D-Cannon. zxcK needs to save up a bit to get something. Maybe it's going to be Terminators next. That's a Singularity. Mulches some of the Sluggers. Almost wiped them out, actually. And the Fire Prism's there to get some good disruption. Here's the Stormlord. Has a Vulcan Mega Bolter on it, which is 100 Inferno DPS. Very effective against heavy and super heavy infantry. Also suppressing, as you can see, because of the heavy bolters and stuff. Carnifexes are making a move though. One of them is Stranglethorn, it looks like. It's a big push from Adinosaurus-rex. Gravity Blade on the left of your screen in the background there. That Stranglethorn doing work. These Carnifexes are in a bit of trouble though. They're really far forward. Last Cannon's getting shots on them. Doing a lot of damage to the Stormblade. Is that Thornback. Now the Stranglethorn is trying to move off, but it's getting Las Cannon. I don't think it's going to be able to. Down it goes. Can the Thornback get the Stormblade down? Warrior Brood go down. They were also helping there. This guy, I tried to charge away and ran into this pillar. Well, what remains of the pillar of this archway here. Still trying to get out. 18 hit points. Spawns some Rippers now. Oh, this tank buster's here though. And down it goes. Triple cap for red. Have they lost too much though? Blue team in the ascendancy in terms of their rosters. Still have the 2 super heavy tanks. Gravity Blade doing some really good work there. Killed the Catechins of Selos. Double cap for the red team though. Can they hold on? That Fire Prism is going to be a great tool to have shooting at the mid. And there's a Singularity. And another Singularity. It's always most satisfying when it gets orcs for some reason. The way they explode into little bits of orcs. Farseer's level 5. Getting some Guardians up to help with repairs maybe. Oh, they have a Seer Council too. Back at base. Repair bunker up. And yeah, the Stormlord really needs repairs, it turns out. So does this guy. Needs to move down to that repair bunker. They don't know it's there, I suppose. Or they're just holding the mid. 45 to 147. Are they going to start going for natural VPs? Looks like the orcs had a look at one. But ran into some hungry Tyranids. Level 4 Hormagaunts, eh? Adinosaurus Rex down to 2 units though. Look at the wreck and power float for meintz. Gotta buy something, buddy. Stormblade said no to whatever those guys wanted to do. Manticore. The sea loss. And Basilisk Flare is in there as well. The D-Cannon was not bothered. None of them were. They did not care. Fire Prism is using the focused shot, not the dispersed shot, because this guy has his shield up anyway, I guess. 45 to 147. Double singularities. Oh, but not before they capped. Commissar got it somehow. Well done, Lomors. Level 9, that fella, by the way. Red team making a move on blue team's natural. Trying to seal the win. Apothecary's here for moral support. Need to jump, buddy. There it is. Very strange jumping arc he took. I mean, they got the decap at least. And Lictor Alpha is tearing through these heavy weapon squad fellas. Level 7, this guy. Maybe Lone Hunter would be worth it to harass this VP. Now they're just throwing DPS onto the Lord Commissar. Here comes the Apothecary. Might throw the heal up. Maybe he's already used the heal. I don't think so. It's got full energy. You gonna heal him or not? There it is. Heals him and he gets away. Now the Apothecary needs to run. Maybe. There we go. Nope. Too late. Got some tactical marines. Missing a model. And now they're going to be in trouble because the Lord Commissar showed up. There's something still... Yep, Seer Council still looking to bash the power or something. Stormlords them up. Picking off in the mid, is it? Well, some Stern Guard are trying to cap. But they're having a rough time of it, let's say. They super died. 45-114. I don't know if the red team have what it takes to push against this and actually create some space for a cap here. Decent plasma cannon shot. Orcs coming in for support. Gormagants will get on some of their ranged units, but they've got flash kits with blasters now. And there's a Manticore coming in. Some good hits, took out the plasma cannon. And Orbital from zxcK messes up some orcs, but they are down to 0 units on the field. It's there for the blue team now. The orcs need to... Oh, that's a singularity. That's going to be nasty. It's going to be very nasty. Ouch. Holy crap. I don't think it wiped anything, but I did so much damage. That was nuts. I was going to say the orcs need to push the red team's natural, but not when they're minced into little pieces. Plasma Destroyer misses the shot there on the Stormblade. What's this guy? Oh, it's a webway up there. Sneaky. A Gravity Blade that hits nothing. Seer Council wipe out the heavy weapon squad. Really good tool to have here. They will mess up this infantry really badly. There's None Shall loyal to the end. Let's forget the name of that thing. Does it mean they also can't be wiped out? I mean, they're reinforcing off the Seer Council. Mega Rumbler going on, which is shaking everything. 2-1 for red. There's a Gravity Blade. Levitation field again. Wartark just smacking on the Chimera for some reason. With a regular old power weapon. Manticore is dodged. Seer Council running riot with that Farseer support. Neckboy going to try and get the VP back with the custom force field. Oh, but they can jump on him still. 30 to 80. Here come the orcs. They should be able to clean up here. Oh, maybe not. Time field. Very good harassment play there from the Farseer. They did lose their Seer Council in it though. Back towards the mid. Apothecary under serious fire. Level 8. Somehow gets away. Yes, somehow gets away. Two big old Baneblade variants looking at you. What the hell are you going to do? Thornback Carnifex is here. Level 8 Lictor Alpha. More Seer Council on the way for the Farseer, but look at the differences in the armies on the field now. 29 to 80. It's got to be that the blue team can see this out. They've got to stay on the front foot. I think they can't invite pressure to the mid, because you've seen them get decaps here and there despite everything facing them. They can't let those decaps come in. They also got to watch this like a hawk. This is not enough stuff here. These Catechins are down to 3 models. Here comes the Chimera. They can reinforce off it. These guys infiltrated by the webway. There's a shotgun blast. There is a time field again. I was going to say, does time field stop you reinforcing? But it doesn't. Kicking off. 29 to 59. Here comes that Thornback. There's that levitation field again. Down goes the Lictor Alpha. 27.58. I mean, they're trying. Red team are trying. Another Carnifex on the way. zxcK's units having to flee, I think. Yep, Zoanthrope gets out. Carnifex still doing alright. Taking some tank buster shots, but it's doing alright. It can charge into this group, maybe. Looks like it's backing off. 16 to 58. Blue team having to take the mid back again. I'm not sure what decapped it this time. Not sure. Those tacks came from up here. Blue team retain their natural. Maybe Seer Councillor here now. You need to get that webway, I suppose. They must know there's a webway here. 16 to 50 on the VPs. 2 to 1 for blue. Seeloss bring in some Kassakin up to help. Level 4 Kassakin. Seeloss recovered really well from their early losses. Those I think tier 2 losses they had. Stormblade just parked in the mid, daring anything to go after it. Baltark with her spear. Shield is not going to come up in time. Goes down. 16 to 33. Desperation times for the red team. Apothecary going for the cap. Not sure they're going to be able to do it though. There's a Tyranids formation from adinosaurusrex. We've seen like 3 or 4 of them, I think. Another Stranglethorn cannon as well. Apothecary got the decap, you know. 16 to 22. Assault squad number 2 on the way for zxcK. First one up here with a single model remaining. Webway being used again. D-cannon setting up, looking at that VP now. Adinosaurus just trying to put any pressure they can to open up the mid, but it's blue team taking the mid. Oh, looks like they lost control of their Carnifex. Oh, they have it back. Able to charge out, but it goes down. That's a bug that happens sometimes, unfortunately. Ancient pre-heresy bug. 16-16. Something's decapping. It's the Apothecary again trying to decap. Stranglethorn's in a good spot to shoot the Orcs. Manticore coming in though. Lictor Alpha continues to decap and gets it. 16 to 5, 1-to-1 cap. Anyhow, the red team can pull this off. I'm amazed they're able to even decap here. Oh, there it is. The red team have conceded. That was their last push. Seeloss had a Xenos Power Claw and the Emperor's Wrath at the end. Level 4. Had a level 10 Commissar for Lomors. Did huge amounts of work with that power sword, eh? Level 10 mech as well. Never got a weapon upgrade, but shot the crap out of a lot of stuff for sure. Had the Mega Rumbler and custom force field. Farseer also level 10 and also huge amounts of work. Was instrumental pressuring this power for like the first 2/3 of the game, it felt like. And then did some really good pressure on this VP. Apothecary alongside level 8. Had some late Assault Marines. Started off decently solid. The Dreadnought was a good shout, I think. Just left it in the wrong place for too long. And adinosaurusrex with a level 9 Lictor Alpha. Nice to see a Lictor level up like this. And yeah, the Carnifexes did some good work. Just couldn't keep them safe. It's hard. It's hard when there's massive old tanks and las cannons around. But there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.